Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday laid the foundation stone for the Ken-Betwa river linking project in Khajuraho, Madhya Pradesh, more than 23 years after the project was first conceptualized. The river linking project is said to benefit 4.4 million people in 10 districts of central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh and 2.1 million across 12 districts of Uttar Pradesh in the water-scarce Bundelkhand region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also released a commemorative stamp and coin in honor of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's 100th birth anniversary, celebrating his legacy. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the government's efforts to connect rivers nationwide and congratulated Madhya Pradesh for the Ken-Betwa river linking project. Prime Minister Narendra Modi toured an exhibition showcasing the Ken-Betwa river linking project, highlighting the initiative's impact on water resources in Bundelkhand region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tribute to Atal Bihari Vajpayee on his 100th birth anniversary, remembering the three-time Prime Minister of India for his immense contributions to the nation. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was born in India's Gwalior. His birthday comes on 25th of December and his birth year is 1924. He is remembered nationwide for his leadership, poetry and political legacy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid homage to Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, the freedom fighter and founder of Banaras Hindu University, on his birth anniversary on Wednesday. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla paid homage to Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya and former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee by offering flowers on their birth anniversary. Central ministers including JP Nadda, Piyush Goyal and Ashwini Vaishnav along with opposition leader Mallikarjun Kharge also paid homage to the eminent leaders. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended warm Christmas wishes to the nation, celebrating the festive season with a message of joy and togetherness. Former Union Home Secretary of India Ajay Bhalla has been appointed as the new governor of Manipur in the latest reshuffle by President Draupadi Murmu on Tuesday. Former Union Minister General V.K. Singh has been appointed as the governor of Mizoram, while Kerala Governor Arif Muhammad Khan has been transferred to Bihar. Ahead of Mahakumbh 2025 in North Indian city of Prayagraj in UP, police have installed CCTV cameras equipped with face recognition technology to bolster security. The rescue operation for a 3.5-year-old girl trapped in a deep borewell in Rajasthan entered its third day on Tuesday with efforts in full swing. Authorities including national and state disaster response forces are tirelessly working alongside the local administration to safely rescue the trapped girl in Rajasthan. Rehearsals for Republic Day 2025 are underway at Kartavya Path in New Delhi with personnel from armed forces, paramilitary and police braving the cold to perfect their drills. Delhi's Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena virtually inaugurated the Smart Delhi Ideathon 2025, a platform aimed at engaging students to improve city governance and infrastructure. The Smart Delhi Ideathon invites students to propose solutions for urban issues such as traffic management, waste disposal and women's safety. A new centre to promote Japanese business culture and management skills has been launched at the Ahmedabad Management Association in India's Gujarat. India's economic growth is on track, with real GDP projected to hold steady at 6.5% for financial year 25 and financial year 26, according to EY Economy Watch report. Wall Street indices closed higher on Tuesday, driven by gains in mega cap and growth stocks during a shortened Christmas Eve session. The Dow and Nasdaq extended their winning streak to 4 sessions, while the S&P 500 marked 3 straight gains, kicking off the seasonal Santa Claus rally. MSCI's global stock index climbed 0.5%. The stock 600 rose 0.18%, while in Asia, China's CSI 300 Shanghai Composite and Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index all closed higher. Apple has requested to participate in Google's US antitrust trial, arguing it cannot rely on the search engine to defend billions in revenue sharing agreements tied to Safari's default search engine. Dozens of workers protested outside a Manhattan Starbucks on Tuesday, kicking off a 5-day strike across the US that could become the largest in the coffee chain's history. With over 5,000 employees in over 300 US stores walking off the job, the strike aims to spotlight grievances over wages, staffing and scheduling. China has greenlit a new value-added tax law to consolidate previous regulations set to take effect on the 1st of January 2026, simplifying tax exemptions. The International Monetary Fund reached a deal with Egyptian authorities allowing the country access to about $1.2 billion. The deal comes as both the sides reached a staff-level agreement on the force review under the extended fund facility arrangement, though the funding access is subject to executive board approval. At least 46 people were killed in airstrikes conducted by Pakistan in Afghanistan's eastern border province on Tuesday night. A Taliban spokesperson confirmed the news on Wednesday. Russia attacked Ukraine's energy system and cities in its northeastern region with cruise and ballistic missile on Wednesday morning. At least one person was killed and 3 others injured in the massive missile attack on Kharkiv. Damages were also reported to civilian non-residential infrastructure. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday said Russia had carried out an inhumane attack, launching dozens of missiles and drones on his war-torn country's energy grid on Christmas Day. An Azerbaijan Airlines passenger jet flying from the capital Baku to Grozny in Russia crashed on Wednesday in western Kazakhstan. 25 people survived the crash with 67 people on board. The Israeli army said its military operations in southern Gaza likely caused the death of 6 hostages killed by Hamas in August. An Israeli delegation has returned from talks in Qatar aimed at securing a truce and the release of dozens of hostages still held in Gaza. Lebanon Ceasefire Monitoring Committee held a meeting in Beirut with caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati and army officials discussing the fragile truce between Israel and Hezbollah. An Israeli military commander was moderately injured early Wednesday when his vehicle was hit by an explosive device during an operation in the West Bank. Israel instructed its European diplomatic missions to advocate for the Iran-backed Houthi group in Yemen to be designated as a terrorist organization. Israel intercepted a missile launched from Yemen on Tuesday, marking a significant escalation in regional tensions. Syrian Christians took to the streets of Damascus after a Christmas tree in Hamas was burned in protests against the government in a former Assad stronghold. China condemned remarks by the Philippine Defense Minister, calling them baseless accusations and a malicious attack on the Communist Party. South Korea suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol, ignored a second summon from anti-corruption authorities investigating his controversial martial law decree. At least 21 people were killed in Mozambique following protests against the disputed October 9 presidential election. 3 journalists were killed and others injured when armed men opened fire during a government press conference in Haiti, which was set to announce the reopening of the country's largest public hospital. Famine in Sudan has escalated, engulfing 5 areas and threatening 5 more by May 2025 as conflict between SAF and RSF intensifies in Darfur among the Nuba Mountains. NASA's Parker Solar Probe is attempting to make history with the closest ever approach to the Sun, aiming to revolutionize humanity's understanding of solar activity. Outgoing US President Joe Biden used his Christmas message to emphasize peace and compassion, urging Americans to embrace the enduring values of the holiday season. A bridge collapsed in Brazil's Estreito region forced the locals to rely on boats to cross the Tocantins River, raising fears over rising costs for essential goods. Time to take a quick and short break. We'll be right back.
December 26, 2004, a devastating earthquake off the coast of Indonesia triggered a tsunami that swept across the Indian Ocean. India was one of the worst affected countries. Today, after 20 years, we reflect on the tragedy and explore how the nation has since fortified itself against such calamities.
Age of Artificial Intelligence. New strides in semiconductors. Pushing the frontiers of space. Watch Reflections 2024, Science, Technology and Space, only on DD India.
Welcome back after that short break. You're watching Express News. Let's continue. The death toll from Cyclone Chido in the French Indian Ocean territory of Mayotte has reached 39 according to the latest count. France's Interior Ministry updated the number of wounded to 4,136, of which 124 were serious cases. A volcano in the US state of Hawaii has fired fountains of lava some 80 meters into the air in a dramatic eruption on the Big Island, filling its crater with glowing molten rock. Fire brigades battling the flames in Chile's metropolitan region also faced temperatures reaching almost 36 degrees Celsius on Monday. Chile's Meteorological Institute forecasted high extreme temperatures of 39 degrees Celsius that will impact 6 regions on Tuesday and Wednesday. Heavy snowfall left thousands of homes without power across Bosnia and Herzegovina, blocking roads and disrupting traffic, with access to some towns and villages entirely cut off. The authorities banned heavy vehicles from main roads and appealed to citizens to avoid travelling, warning that fallen trees and vehicles without proper winter equipment were posing a risk. The railway traffic was halted and schools closed in many areas. The Indian Weather Department has issued an orange alert for heavy rains in several districts, attributing the situation to an incoming western disturbance. Temperatures in the northern regions are expected to fall significantly, with some areas already reporting below 0 degrees Celsius. Dense fog and severe cold wave conditions are very likely in some parts of Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir. The northern Indian state of Himachal Pradesh has been transformed into a winter wonderland, with fresh snowfall bringing joy to both the visitors and locals. The Weather Department has issued a heavy rainfall forecast for coastal Andhra Pradesh, accompanied by thunderstorms and lightning. Tamil Nadu and Puducherry may also experience moderate rainfall with thunderstorms. Worshippers attended the first Christmas midnight mass held at Notre Dame Cathedral since the beloved Paris monument nearly burned down in a devastating incident in the year 2019. Longno Tropical Garden in Pattaya hosted a grand Christmas and New Year celebration, decorating the garden with tens of thousands of flowers. The garden also featured displays of sacred figures such as Ganesha, Wam Yin and Pra Sangajanaya. The highlight was a parade of elephants dressed in Santa Claus costumes, accompanied by performers in Santa and Santy outfits. Locals tourists soaked in the Christmas spirit at Sydney's Bondi Beach on Christmas Day, enjoying the sunny weather, wearing festive Santa hats and posing for photographs with the Christmas tree on the sand. Sydney's ocean beaches, famed for golden sand and clean water, draw tourists from around the globe. Christmas Day is also one of the busiest days of the year for volunteer lifeguards, ensuring the safety of swimmers. Christian worshippers attended the midnight Christmas Mass at the Church of the Nativity in the West Bank town of Bethlehem on Wednesday amidst the ongoing Gaza conflict. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station shared a special holiday Christmas message back to Earth as they spend their festive season away from their loved ones. NASA reports that the 7 astronauts aboard the station will share a meal to mark Christmas as well as have the chance to talk to their family on Earth. Hundreds of people dressed in their festive best at Cocoa Beach in Florida on Tuesday for the 16th annual Surfing Santas event. The charity event brings together surf and Christmas enthusiasts, blending Florida's sunshine with the holiday spirit. This year's event attracted nearly 13,000 viewers worldwide via live Facebook stream and raised over $100,000 for 2 charities, which are Grind for Life and the Florida Surf Museum. Since its inception in 2009, Surfing Santas has raised nearly $400,000. Dubai transformed into a magical wonderland with sparkling holiday lights heralding the Christmas festivities. Dubai has embraced the Christmas spirit with style, blending international holiday traditions with its own unique flair. Moscow is all lit up with festive lights and decorations ahead of the new year. The city is celebrating the spark of togetherness and love. Dazzling lights and Christmas sparkle have once again transformed New York City's streets into a winter wonderland, delighting the residents and visitors alike. With more than 50,000 multicolor LED lights, the Christmas tree is the center of attraction for one and all. The North American Aerospace Defense Command website's annual Santa Tracker is a beloved tradition that has captured the hearts of millions of children and families around the world. Streets are homes across the globe adorned with sparkling decorations, celebrating togetherness. In the quiet night, the soft sound of carolers filled the air, their voices resonating with messages of peace and joy. Christmas celebrations grip India with a wave of joy, unity and festive spirit, transforming the nation into a colourful celebration of culture, faith and togetherness. In major cities like Goa and Shimla, the streets are lit up with dazzling Christmas lights and public spaces are adorned with massive Christmas trees and intricate decorations. Renowned Indian sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik made another world record by making an installation of Santa Claus on sand with 550 kg of candy chocolates that set a new world record at Puri Beach in Odisha. People are offering mass prayers on Christmas today in Kathmandu Valley. Assumption Church in Kathmandu Valley witnessed not only locals but many foreign tourists who were on vacation to Nepal attending mass gatherings on the festival. Britain's Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, hosted the 4th Royal Carols together at Christmas at Westminster Abbey in the British capital London earlier in the month. Pope Francis said the story of Jesus' birth should instill hope that all people can make an impact on the world, as the Pontiff on Tuesday led the world's Roman Catholics into Christmas. Christians in Turkey celebrated Christmas in Istanbul's Church of St. Anthony of Padua and St. Esprit Cathedral. People offered prayers and extended greetings to their near and dear ones. Hot air balloons soared over the skies over Pokhara on Tuesday as organizers kicked off what they said was Nepal's first ever international hot air balloon event. True life boxing drama The Fire Inside is set to release in the US on the 25th of December, with the UK release set to be announced sooner. On the occasion of Christmas, the makers of the upcoming film unveiled not only the title of Surya 44 but also a teaser that gives a sneak peek into its world premiere. Australia captain Pat Cummins has confirmed that batter Travis Head is set to play the Boxing Day test against India, which is scheduled to start on Thursday. Head leads the scoring charts, having amassed 409 runs in his 5 innings so far with 2 centuries in 3 tests. Scott Boland replaces injured Josh Hazlewood in the Australia's playing 11 against India in the 4th Test. Pacer Mitchell Starc is 5 wickets away from completing 700 international wickets, and he will become the 4th Australian bowler to achieve this milestone. Indian pacer Jasprit Bumrah is just 6 wickets away from 200 Test scalps to become the 12th Indian bowler to achieve this landmark. Ravindra Jadeja is 7 wickets away from 600 international wickets and is all set to become only the 5th Indian bowler to reach this milestone. South Africa's Corbin Bosch is set to make his Test debut against Pakistan in the Boxing Day Test match at Centurion. In women's cricket, India beat the West Indies by 115 runs in the second ODI at Vadodara to win the 3-match series by 2-0. Harleen Deol scored a brilliant century to take her team to a mammoth total of 358 runs. In reply, West Indies were bowled out for 243 runs. Sao Paulo confirmed the signing of Brazilian midfielder Oscar, who returned to his boyhood club following 8 seasons in China with Shanghai Port. Chart toppers Liverpool are overwhelming favourites to see off struggling Leicester in the Premier League match on the Boxing Day. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola refuses to blame only Erling Haaland for the club's poor run ahead of their match against Everton on Thursday. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim said that Marcus Rashford still wants to play for the club despite speculation that the striker wants to leave. 37-year-old Novak Djokovic is confident that he can still win Grand Slam starting at the Australian Open in January. And Team USA's Coco Gauff and Taylor Fritz arrived in Perth ahead of the United Cup. It is a mixed team tournament that marks the start of the new season. And with this, it's a wrap here on this edition of Express News. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.